This video was sponsored by Enhance, NeoWatt, ABRP, Elbilmek, Kempower and EB-Hub. Good morning. Yesterday I emailed the owner of this Volvo and he said that I can test it. So yes, that's what I'm going to do now. So during the night I charge it to 100% and then we'll see how far can it go. Let me see. I need to unlock the car first, unplug, and then we go. Slide in the key, start engine. Well, let me see, I'm gonna stop. How do I turn off for now? I'm gonna have it in pure mode. Okay, I reset the trip meter. We can use this scroll wheel on the whatever. You see it here? Yes. We can use this to adjust what we want to see here. Battery status. This is the fossil average. Oh, okay. So this seems to be the fuel consumption. We're gonna keep it on this fully charged. We can also see it here. 45 kilometers of range, really. And the temperature is perfect right now, so that I don't need to run HVAC. So we're gonna have it in pure mode and then HVAC off. And then I guess I just put it in drive. Off we go. So yeah, the fossil engine in the front is driving the front wheels, and then the electric motor, 65 kilowatt or 87 or 88 horsepower, is in the rear, and it can do 125 kilometers per hour on pure mode until it kicks in. I guess if I floor it, it will also, if more than 65 kilowatt power is needed, then it will also kick in the fossil engine. But we're gonna try to drive it in pure mode to see how far we can go. I'll also try to maybe measure the actual distance. Yeah, since the cars, they tend to report error there. Wait, oh shit, the engine kicked in. Well, oh, I needed more than 65 kilowatt, obviously. Okay, but we're back in pure mode. So that was just a little drop of dinosaur juice. Okay. Shit, that means that I have to drive like an old man then to avoid the engine to kick in. Oh, maybe that's why the Toyota Priuses, they accelerate so slow, because they want to try to be in pure mode. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now we are in pure. Okay, good. We stayed in pure. Alright, HVAC off. This is like a Sunday dry, right? Oh, but the car has been sitting in the sun for a little bit, so it is kind of warm in here. What is the outside temperature? Oh yeah, 21 degrees Celsius. Okay, so what if I do this? Fan speed 1, okay, we see it there. But then no AC, okay, fan speed 2 maybe. Okay, fan speed 2, but AC off. Still in pure mode. Yes, we are running only fans now. Okay, here we have downhill. How will the car regen? I'm trying to understand the... Okay, it has the same color, but now it seems like it's regenning. Yeah, they should have maybe green for regenning and blue for power output, or discharging rather. Okay, so it's regenning. We don't see too much detail, and then the distance, the GOM is only in 5 kilometer increments. Okay, and there, no wait, there I think I can feel it. It went back to discharging. Well, I just passed that exit we were supposed to turn around at. We have done 24 kilometers now. We have 15 kilometers left. But I got an idea. I want to know how heavy this hybrid is. It has fossil drivetrain plus the battery and electric motor and onboard charger and whatever. Okay, if we go further north, we can check the weight. All right, so we will have the advantage that we drive with a tailwind and possibly also some downhill now. But it's 20 degrees outside. I can turn off HVAC. Yeah, okay. Remember that no fans is always better than only fans. But it's still in pure mode. Yeah, as you can see here, it's still pure for now. Anytime now, the engine is gonna kick in. You see, if this was a BEV, a pure electric, you'd be like, ah shit, can I make it to the charger further ahead there at Minnesund? With fossil, with hybrid, no worries. Once the battery depletes, then the engine takes over. Saved by the fossil! Yeah. Okay, it can still keep going. It can still keep going. Volvo might not make the most efficient cars, but they make nice cars. Safe cars, yes. ABS, always be safe. Can I make it to the weighing station though? Now we have a slight uphill. You see here, altitude is 224 meters. Yes, home is at 210 or something. So it means that we have slight uphill disadvantage, but the tailwind advantage. So I would call it even then. Yeah. But dude, when I let off here, there's almost no regen. If I push the brake gently, okay. So it seems like by default it wants to coast, but then when you push the brake, yeah, you will regen. It's not that easy visible here. Okay, there is a truck in front of me. It wants to weigh, I think, yeah. Wait, no, oh shit, that's the Chinese thing. It shows the dash once we are low, and then 33 kilometers done. Okay, just have to wait for the truck in front, but yeah, let me guess, 2.1 tons. No, it's not that heavy. It's not like an EV. 2 tons, right? Vognkortet here says 1,980 kilograms with driver. Yes, the unladen weight to 2 tons. Okay, let's see then. Okay, we are still in pure mode. Front axle. I think this is front heavy, even though it's all-wheel drive. Well, I mean, it's just a hybrid, whatever. Whoa, yes, 1160 is front heavy. The whole car. Whoa, what the heck, man? What happened to the 1,980 kilograms? There's another 160 kilogram of blind passenger here. Wait. The car is empty. Where's the hidden drugs here? Okay, anyway, this is why I always check the weight. Because, for example, I-Pace actual weight was also around 160 kilograms more than what was written in the documents. Alright, so, wait, what the heck is that? 1, 2, Polizei. Unfall. Okay, now we need to run it until it dies. This is actually a 0-mile test. Okay, now accelerate really gently. Wait, what if I set the cruise control? Will it then default to... Oh yeah, okay. If you just use the cruise control, it seems like it uses the maximum power without kicking in the fossil engine. Whoa, dude, it's still going. Oh, okay, now it lost the last bar. All right. Anytime now, you're gonna hear brr. This is these. There. That's it. Pure unavailable because of low battery charge. What can I see? Okay, 34.5 kilometers is when it happened. And now we're on hybrid, and it's actually... So according to the diagram, the fossil engine is now driving the front wheels. Oh, they got that one right. Previously, it was driving the rear wheel. Yeah, but it's also charging the battery. And then this hybrid is so freaking complicated, man. But it works, right? That's what it always gets you there. That is the point, you see? It has, where's the thing? 520 kilometers of range still. On, wait, that's almost full tank, isn't it? It has a smaller tank, probably around 45 liters only. Yeah, the hybrids, they have a small tank. They don't have a 70-liter tank anymore. Oh, interesting. Now it stopped charging the battery. It just charged it to a minimum. Yeah, there's like a hidden buffer here. 10% of the battery has been reserved. But you see, interesting is that AC here runs, well, if I put it on auto, there. The AC compressor is electric. It runs on the high voltage battery. Unlike other systems where it actually gets the physical motion. It's connected to the engine, but that's bad because then it goes with the engine's revs. So if you rev up, you will also run the compressor at higher speed for no reason, right? But here it adjusted electronically, just like in an EV, just the amount you want, and it becomes more efficient. You save energy. So at least seems like Volvo did something right. And also it has a PDC element, so it can preheat or pre-cool. There is some setting in here. You can preheat or pre-cool on battery. So it has some BEV capabilities because of this small battery. And then when you do this, floor it. Nothing happens for a couple of seconds, and then oh yeah, that's a real dinosaur. Okay, we're back home. Interesting, after I switch off the ignition, the actual ignition, the fans are still running. What the heck are you cooling down? The engine? There. It wanted to cool down something. I didn't hammer it too hard. So, right? But just the fossil engine is so inefficient. We're talking about only around 35% efficiency, 65% loss. So that's why it needs to get rid of the heat, and also there's lots of heat coming off of the exhaust. But okay, now I tried it. Plug-in hybrid, Volvo, yeah. So let me see, I need to lock the car. It's just gonna be sitting here. I mean, I don't normally borrow these cars and take them for a spin. Most of them are just here, pretty much all of them. They're just sitting here. I move them a little bit so I can get some cars in and out, and that's pretty much it. So now you guys have seen a little bit about what I tend to do with the airport parking, but I know that it will be mostly traffic now in July, and then soon enough most of these cars will disappear, and then most of the time we will have only one car parked here or no cars parked here. So it was just a nice gesture I did for many people who went on vacation. So I think total now we have probably saved tens of thousands or thousands of euros total. But just count every car here staying here one day, multiply by how much it will it cost to stay at the airport, right? Each car could save a couple of €100 maybe, or maybe more. The longer they stay here, the more they save, right? So as far as I know, this is 100% legal because I don't take any money for parking here. I don't take any money for shuttling them back and forth. Some of them also get here by themselves. And also actually don't take any money for charging, even though I could charge them money for that. But whatever, just keep everything free, because eventually I'm gonna have dugnad. I don't expect the same people to come back here and help me, but maybe other people feel like it. Pavel had this Polish guy. He couldn't stand looking at my garage. He wanted to paint it. It's like Polish guys, they be like, oh, you need to paint. Okay, but whatever. So yes, I will of course also help do the paint job, but maybe you guys have experience, tools, whatever. You know, I don't know how I should be safely painting that top over there, right? Without hurting myself if I fall down. So, but okay, I will announce that later. We'll have a nice event. Maybe I'll barbecue some stuff. Maybe you guys can jump in the pool. Maybe I'll ask my sponsors if they can give some free stuff, right? Or free subscription, whatever. We'll see. But yeah, so anyway, that's gonna be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.